Everybody. This is Coach Edwin of Winning Coaching, and we're joined here today. We're joined here by Karil and Erwin. Hello, hey, hello.
Hi
Hey
everyone.
guys. Hey.
Thank you. This is the first free online consultation about NLP Life Coaching. So the format for tonight is I'm going to present very briefly. Before you join this broadcast, you should have been able to watch the trailer. It's a 5-minute introduction on NLP Life Coaching. If you didn't, you're still good. I'm going to present another presentation. It might take around 5 or 7 minutes, after which we're going to open the floor to any questions from the group. Okay. In the meantime, can I request Karil to put your mic on silent? Yeah, thank you. Okay, so I'm sharing my screen. Oops, let me prepare it for that. I'm sharing my screen in a while. Okay. Sige. This is a presentation that I use for a face-to-face seminar, which I call Be Happy Hungry. I'm using a very similar presentation for now. In the next, in this session, we're going to talk about life coaching. I'll contrast it with other change work. Oops, sorry, I won't have testimonials unless, yeah, pwede pala, nandito pala si Erwin. And then we'll go to Q&A after that. Okay, so let me start. So I'm Coach Edwin. This is my background. A lot of the changes I did in my own life started in the fourth bullet around 2007. That's where I first encountered NLP, Neuro-Linguistic Programming. I didn't know that it was NLP when I experienced it in the PSI seminars. Later on, when I started learning about NLP in 2012, that's when I realized, uy, NLP pala yung mga pinagdaanan ko in my seminars in 2007. Some of the coaching programs of Winning Coaching, you have them on your screen. So most of our clients are adults. We do have some couples who come to us and some teens. Our youngest client was 8 years old, oldest client around 78 years old. And just recently, I had another life coaching session online. So he was in Pasig. He was very busy, and he wanted to meet me immediately. So we did an online coaching. So that works as well. So we're going to contrast what's the difference between teacher, counselor, sports coach, consultant, mentor, and life coach. I'll go through this very quickly. Teacher and coach. And I won't read it anymore. You can read it on your slide, on your screen. Sports coach and life coach. The life coach draws out and asks, what is important to you? A consultant and a coach, I will help you discover new resources. So I'm not a counselor either. So I'm a coach. And mentors. Mentors are good. They will help you become good at what the mentor does. The coach helps you be great at what you do. So I'd like to contrast two coaching methods that I personally use. I'm just about to be accredited as an International Coach Federation accredited coach. And in ICF, what we do is we ask questions. In NLP, we do ask questions, and also we guide the client through a process where the client will use her imagination, We'll describe things. I'll be asking the client to do different things, stand up, sit down, go to a specific position, etc. And really, the objective is for the client to discover new options and resources so that the client can choose better. If noon, the client feels na she has no choice, ganyan na ating buhay, ganyan na sitwasyon, I'm stuck. After life coaching with NLP, you'll discover more ways to live your life, to do things. In essence, we help you become the better version of you. Three words that I use to describe coaching. One is choice, one is capability. In NLP Life Coaching, you start to recognize what you are capable of. And third is cure. To me, it was really healing for me to experience NLP. I got healed of my lack of forgiveness. I got healed of my lack of self-worth. And ayun, ang dami kong breakthroughs with NLP Life Coaching. And this is what we'd like to share with you. NLP Life Coaching is like traveling from point A to point B. And sometimes we're driving with our handbrakes up. What NLP does is it helps the person recognize what's stopping them from moving forward, and we help release the handbrakes. If the handbrakes is to the car, for people, we call them work-ons, things that you want to improve in life. I'll show you a slide which and that slide can be a work-on for various clients. This is actually a compilation of different things that we're able to help clients work on. So any word that you see on this slide will be able to help you with. So as you're reading through this slide, maybe you'd like to take note of 2 or 3 or even more items that strike you, and you can ask me about it later. And as you're writing down or taking note of things that you want to ask, this around the last 2 or 3 more slides. I think this might be the last slide. Yeah, this is actually our chance for Q&A, so I'm coming back on screen. Yun, that's our short presentation. I usually have more stories, but that's what I do during the seminar. So I want to do it this differently here by answering your questions. So Karel, you're my main participant here actually. Edwin has taken coaching already with us. So the floor is open for any questions that you may have, Karel.
Okay. Yeah. I guess I just wanted to understand how does like a typical session go like for first
Okay.
timers? Like what do I need to do? Do I need to prepare for anything? Do I need to share everything? How does it go?
Okay, very good question. How does the first session go? You know what? Let's do it this way. Erwin took his first session with me in winning coaching around 3 or 4 weeks ago. Tama, Erwin? I'm
Yep.
putting Erwin on the spot. Ha
Uh,
ha ha. Sige. Okay lang ba? Client to client. Erwin, okay lang ba? Can you describe how your first coaching session, si Karil is specifically asking about the first session. Can
sure.
you describe how you remember it go? And then after you give your response, bro, do you have a headset?
Uh, Give me a few minutes. Hanap ako. Wait lang.
Ay, sige, sige. Sige, maybe for the next question, Erwin will give his insight. But sige, to answer you now, Karil, in the first session is typically 1.5 hours. I allot 1.5 hours. The subsequent sessions are 1 hour na lang. Half hour, 30 minutes to 40 minutes of the coach, me, finding out what your work-ons are. So earlier during the presentation, I showed you a slide of work-ons. That's probably a list of 25 work-ons or so. For each specific client, I'd actually share stories about the different clients that I've met, not identifying them, of course, and just sharing stories that can start the client imagining or recall she is personally going through and realize that, hey, I actually have that kind of work on as well. And by sharing stories, I allow the client to discover the different ways that I'm able to help clients. For example, I'd share a story about a professional who's been working at her job for what, 5, 10 years. I describe what dilemma she's going through, what relationship problems she is going through, and how I was able to help her. I describe a mother who's going through difficulties with her kid. I describe a teenager, and then the person realizes, hey, that's the problem I have with my brother or whatever. So I share stories so that the client can start to describe to me the things that the client wants to work on in her life. So usually the client would describe 3, 5, or 8 things that they want to work on in different aspects of their life: career, relationships, life goals, health. Even health is part of the things that we're able to help people with. What else? Childhood trauma, um, memories, dreams, and dreams. These are things that, ayun, dreams both what we get in our sleep and dreams about our goals, our aspirations. So that takes around 30 minutes, 40 minutes. And then the second half of the session, in the first session, we do a pattern. So what is a pattern? Pattern would be a series of steps that I would guide the person through. Oh, let me backtrack. Before we do the pattern, I would ask the client, which among the work-ons that you've given, that you've enumerated, which of the work-ons is most important for you that we handle today? And then what happens is, among the different work-ons, kunyari ito yung in-identify na gustong i-work on, often what happens is, when this is addressed during the first session, there are other work-ons that are addressed as well. So kung ito na-address na, often meron ibang na-address. Bakit? Because these are all related. Most of the work-ons are related to each other. The other thing that happens is, minsan merong bagong, the client becomes more aware of other work-ons that she wants to address as well. So I've seen that it's normal for people to realize, hey, there's more that I want to work on. So pag na-identify na to, in that first session, very often, like 80-90% just in the first session. I can tell you that. Our hit rate is so high. I can't remember any. Yeah, I can remember one in what, 50 people who feel na ano, for most everybody, ayan, breakthrough first session pa lang. Most people are surprised. And then in the second session, I will be asking the same person, the client, ano yung, for this session, what do you want to address, etc. I hope I answered your question. Erwin, what do you remember of your first session? Are you back?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm here. Is this clearer?
Yes,
Better?
it's clear. Yes.
Okay. Well, what I remember about the first session was it was very light. I thought it was going to be an interview session. We would try to get all of the hard stuff up, na it would be very emotional. But I remember it being very light. I came prepared for the first session. I came with a list of the things that I wanted to talk about. So I guess that helped a bit when you're prepared so that you would be able to tell your coach what you want to tell him. Ang problem kasi is when you start getting into the meat of an issue, more often than not, time flies and you get to forget all of the other issues. So being prepared helps. I would advise it.
Okay. Thank you, Erwin. Erwin is a lawyer, so I imagine that that's what he also appreciates about clients to come in with a ready set of agenda
Yes,
items,
you
right,
got me,
Erwin?
coach.
Okay, I
You got me.
think. Okay, Karil, did we answer your question?
Yeah, yeah, thank you so much. Actually, I was just really curious about how it would go because I've never heard of NLP. This is the first time I've heard of it.
Ah,
Koi was the one who introduced me
really?
to it. So, yes.
Okay, okay. Interesting. Most of my clients, yeah, most of my clients are like you, hearing NLP for the first time. Well, many also have heard about NLP through the feast, Catholic gathering that Hoy and myself and Erwin also attends, because there have been some books, one book published on NLP through the feast or through Shepherd's Voice. Anyway, curiously, there are some I could think of, probably around 10 people in my client list who have gone through different kinds of change work. One of my recent clients, just last week, I met him online, just like this, has already read so much about NLP, knows the history and all, knows about patterns and all. He has gone to a psychiatrist, psychologist. He's taking medication. He took hypnosis also. All these because throughout his life he has felt depression. Parang there's a cloud over him for a very long time. Most recently triggered by a breakup just earlier this year. And he's tried all sorts, all sorts. Kaya when he took our NLP session just last week, he wasn't yet willing to meet me face to face. I think he's a busy guy. So he wanted to meet just via online video conference. And there, right there in our video conference, it was a 1.5 hour session. Kitang-kita yung difference in his face from the start of the session, describing what he's going through, etc., etc. And I asked him to, I'll demonstrate what it looked like. So when I coach online, I would instruct the client. Okay, so we're standing here. I can see the client on screen, and then I'd ask him. This is what I asked him to do. I asked him to stand on this side of the room. I asked him to describe a few things. I hope you're hearing me. I'll speak a bit louder. And then, ayun, after that, I asked him to shake it off, and then I asked him to transfer here, to describe this person, describe this person. And there, after this short activity that I actually used this activity to interrupt what he was describing. When he went back to his seat, he was a different person na. And I made it was very deliberate. All the actions that I ask my clients to do are very deliberate. There's a purpose for it. And yon, the feedback he gave was, I've read so much about NLP, and it was the first time that he experienced NLP, being guided through NLP with a coach, with the help of a coach, and he was saying, magkaiba yung nababasa yung NLP tsaka na-ex. So, very good feedback. I'm meeting him again this weekend.
Thank you. That's very actually big thing. I I've yeah, so Thank you. I have
Yeah.
another question.
Yes,
Well, it was at the
please.
back of my head. I kind of forgot about it. Um, Sorry. Um, so we have the option to either do the online coaching or face to face. Okay. So it really depends
That's
on
right.
what
That's
you're
right.
comfortable with.
Yeah. Here's what I recommend. If the client is outside Metro Manila, yes, online works for 2 to 4 sessions. I've had clients in Australia, Dubai, Singapore, Hong Kong, Batangas. So that's fine here in Makati or Ortigas, Pasig, Quezon City. I would recommend na, hey, ano, let's just find a time where it's not masyadong traffic. And I'd recommend that we meet face to face. There's more texture, more, ayan. Mas maganda pa rin ang face to face. But
Yeah.
yes, it can still be done.
Yeah. Okay.
Uh,
Well, I agree because I personally prefer face to face
yeah,
rather than
yeah,
online.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. There's one thing that you mentioned earlier. I don't remember how you mentioned it, pero parang to share your story. Um, there's a technique that we use. It's called new code. New code in contrast to classic code. In NLP new code, I am able to help a client go through a thinking process and go through a feeling process even when the coach doesn't know what the details of the client's story is. I'll give you an example. Yeah, I think in our previous seminar, uh, ganda. Ang ganda nung demo namin. There was one lady who volunteered to have a demo session in front of the group, in front of the seminar. And when I asked her to describe what her work on was, it was a dilemma. And then I did not need to find out what the dilemma is about, whether it was a career dilemma, travel, relationship dilemma, etc., etc. All I asked her to do is to name. Usually, if it's a dilemma, it's an A or a B. It's a left or a right. It's like in a crossroads. So I just asked her to name the two parts, and she said blue and pink. Blue and pink can be anything. It can be two boys. It can be two companies. It can be two paths in a career. It can be anything. So to her, one is blue, one is pink, and for the coach, that's fine. That's fine. I'll still be able to help her. So she described. I asked her to go through a thinking process, shifting positions from one to the other, considering the costs, the benefits, the impact to her, short term, long term, etc., without me knowing what blue and pink was. After the pattern, you'll see her face lit up eh. Kasi during the pattern, you'll see the dilemma, as in confused. She doesn't know what to do. After the pattern, kita mo yung resolve in her eyes, yung determination that, uy, may direction na. She has found an answer. And even that answer, even that resolution, I didn't know what it was. I could just see in the eyes of the client that, yes, she knows what she needs to do. So, three final answers towards the end of the coaching. I asked her, okay, based on what you've learned about yourself between pink and blue, whatever it is that you've learned, question one, uh, is there an action that you want to do for yourself based on what you've learned? I tell her, you don't need to tell me what that action is, you just need to be clear what your action is in your mind. Okay? And then she says, yes, she's clear. Okay, question number two, when will you do it? Okay, and then she says, tonight. Okay, is the funny part. Tail end of the coaching na. Question number 3. Who will witness it or who will experience your action? And then she starts breaking down. She starts crying at the realization that she's moving forward na. And she breaks down and she says, ano, ayun, she utters a name of a person and yeah. And I don't know the details of her story. Nobody in the room found out the details, and yet I was able to help her. So this works very well for clients who are going through things that they're not yet comfortable sharing. This works well for um, people who don't want to go into the details and yet are open to going through a process with our coach, with a coach. And it's beautiful. I won't need to. There's no time wasted in understanding the nitty gritty, the details, because the person. I just need to guide the person um, to discover resolutions, to discover connections for the for himself or herself. So, dami kong kwento, no? I'm just
Actually,
so
I
passionate about
appreciate it.
this. Yeah.
No, I really appreciate it. It's making me feel more comfortable, actually. Thank you.
It's good. It's good. It's good. Um, Yon. Erwin. Si Erwin's a friend of ours, and he referred one of his relatives to have coaching. And
Mm-hmm.
Erwin, siguro
Yeah.
without revealing any details about your friend, or if you want to share your own experience, you're free to share whatever you feel.
Well, when I met my relative after getting coaching from Edwin, I was pretty happy because I noticed a twinkle in his eye. His main concern was getting direction. He's a college student right now, but he's pretty confused about what to do with the rest of his school life and as well as career. So after getting coaching with Edwin, I noticed that he was well, he had a new determination. I could feel it, and then I think there was clarity with regard to what direction he should take. And I'm pretty excited about what you guys will be doing with the next sessions.
Thank you. Yep, I'm excited as well for your client. Kita ko yung ano yung change. I've seen it 100, 200 times, and I still get excited when yun nga, just like Erwin described, there's a twinkle in the client's eyes. It's beautiful. It's energizing for me to see that transformation in my clients. So that's what I love about what I do. Yun. Um, any other questions, Karil? Anything
Um,
under the sun, under the moon?
well, well, as of the moment, none. All my questions have been answered
Okay,
naman, and I'm pretty
okay.
comfortable with how the NLP process goes. So yeah, for
Yeah,
now, I
yeah.
have no other questions.
Okay. Thank you, Karil, and thank you, Erwin. I have two more slides that I wanted to share with you. Um, so maybe next time I'll include a photo of my fellow coaches. Anyway, um, for many people, they asked yung rates. So these are the package rates, coaching packages. Our most popular package is the breakthrough package, package of 4. There are a couple of things that I wanted to add to this slide. Sige. Verbally. Number one, additional information aside from this that you see on your slide. We're offering a satisfaction guarantee. That's what it is. The satisfaction guarantee is an offer we give to our client that in any of the sessions that they take, if they feel that that session was not satisfactory, we will give them their money back for that session and for any subsequent sessions. It has never happened, by the way, and that's how confident we are about our coaching sessions. So this is just a reassurance for any client who's not sure whether they want to go through this or not. Kumbaga, it's risk-free. Try it out. If you like it, very good. If you don't like it, we'll give you your money back, and anything that you learned through our first coaching session with you, you can take that with you as well. Any positive thing that you get from the coaching session, it's all yours, all free. Okay, so that's one. Satisfaction guarantee. The other thing is we are offering this for Christmas. So it's a buy four, get one free for a charity client. What's a charity client? A client who cannot afford. This can be your kasambahay, your driver, your office janitor, the kusinera in your office, or whoever else. If you feel that there's a person who needs coaching and cannot afford, we'll give that for free. So in essence, you're getting 5 coaching sessions for the price of 4. The other option is for you to donate that coaching session for a single mother at Grace to be Born. Grace to be Born is a halfway house for unplanned pregnancies. So the mothers give birth in the same place, in the institution, and they are taken care of by caregivers. Cared of by caregivers. So these women are, some of them are victims of rape, incest, unplanned pregnancies. So this is our way of helping our fellow men, and it's our way of paying it forward, and enabling our clients to pay it forward as well. So that's our presentation, ladies and gentlemen. You can contact us at these sites. We will be doing this kind of online free consultation on a regular basis. So to register, you can go to www.winningcoaching.net/inquire and register over there. We'll let you know when the next session will be. Oops. Oh no!
Question.
Wait.
Yes?
Sorry. You were seeing my face the whole time, weren't you?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
Ay, so sorry about that. Okay, let me do this quickly. Para naman makita ng audience natin. Sorry, I missed that. Okay. Sorry. Let's do it. These are the coaching packages. Okay, Awaken package, 1 session, 3,920. That includes VAT. Breakthrough is 4 sessions. Creations at 26,880. And then this is the money. I also mentioned the money back guarantee. And then this is the Christmas package that we're offering to our clients so that they can help somebody else also aside from themselves. And our contact information. Karil, did you have a question? Sorry.
I'm good, thank you.
Okay, Erwin, anything else that you wanted to add?
No, for me that's fine. Ariel, go for the coaching sessions. It would really help.
Yes, thank you so much, guys, for this particular intro session for coaching. It really helped me a lot. It helped me understand what it is about and if it could help me or not, or if I'm comfortable with it or not. Thank you so much for your time.
You're welcome. You're welcome. The pleasure is ours. You were part of the pilot session. We'll be doing this on a more regular basis. I hope you could invite also your friends, people who you feel need this kind of coaching, and I hope to see you in one of our future coaching sessions.
Yes, thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Please stay online. I'll stop the broadcast in a while. And so to all our viewers, this broadcast will be shown in a future webinar or something. So thank you so much to everybody who's been watching. Thank you to Karil and Erwin for joining us in this session. So this is Coach Edwin Soriano, and this has been Winning Coaching, free online consultation. See you in a future coaching session. See ya.